September 9th is Taiwanese Dog Day. That's because 9 sounds like dog in Taiwanese, but I think Natalie's cat might beg to differ.
That's right. This is Felix, and he's here to help introduce us to a show we call The Power of Pets. I'm Natalie Sept.
And I'm Andrew Ryan. Let's check out the stories on our radar.
Taiwan will let in U.S. pork containing the leanness-enhancing additive ractopamine. Although the move has removed a major stumbling block in Taiwan-U.S. trade ties, it has also provoked a backlash among pig farmers and the opposition KMT, which is planning a referendum on the issue. Meanwhile, the government has announced limits on the acceptable ractopamine residue levels, setting stricter standards than the current international norm. Face masks made by the National Face Mask Team will be printed with the marks MD and Made in Taiwan in an effort to stop would-be counterfeiters. That's after the owner of a company in central Taiwan was detained for allegedly selling counterfeit masks from unknown sources to pharmacies. The self-declared East African state of Somaliland has opened a representative office in Taipei. Somaliland broke away from Somalia in 1991 during a civil war. Though it has no formal international recognition, it maintains ties with many countries through its offices. At an opening ceremony on Wednesday, both Foreign Minister Joseph Wu and Somaliland Representative Mohammed Omar H. Mahamood spoke about the shared values of freedom and democracy. An annual yacht racing event in Pingdong County is about to take place at the end of September. You don't have to be a sailing expert to join in the fun. There will also be performances, concerts, arts and craft exhibits, and different cuisines for visitors to taste. The Tourism Bureau is using the event to promote the entire Dapong Bay area with its mild climate and ideal sailing conditions.
And now for our words of the week. Ready to guess, Andrew?
Yes, let's see what you have. Christmas? Cock-a-doodle-doo? Come on, baby. Company. Companion.
That's right.
Aww.
Today we're going to tell you why pets are the perfect companion.
All right. You ready for my word?
Yes.
Okay.
Andrew. Afro. Affiliate. Affection.
That's right.
Oh, that's nice.
My little hypothesis is that we're all looking for a little affection, and it's very easy to give a cat or a dog affection when you can't give it to the people in your life.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's put these on the shelf. This past weekend, I checked out the Taipei Pets Fair where I talked to some pet owners, and I was really touched by how proud they were of their furry children, which is what they're called in Chinese. Let's take a look. The Pets Fair at the Taipei World Trade Center was the happening place this past week. Pets are a major $2 billion industry, and owners love to treat their furry friends like their own children. They give them glamour shots, buy them new clothes, accessories, and toys. The fair was packed with proud pet owners, and they tell us why they love their pets. She says they're mankind's best companions. They're such good doggies and really cute. She said dogs are therapeutic and so cute. They sense what kind of mood you're in and play with you. He said he's well behaved and very soft and gentle. He said his dog is a really good boy and he's really cute. This little girl said they're really cute. And she says he's like my own child. I've had him since he was a puppy. He's my companion and a very good boy. He brings me so much joy.
Wow, that's so great to see all those pet owners and their pets, and they look so happy too,
they
right?
They are. It felt like I was talking to a group of proud parents. I mean, they're just beaming.
You're kind of like a proud parent too there with little Felix.
He's so adorable, and we're having such a great time with him at home.
I can tell, and he seems really happy too.
I hope you're happy. Well, I actually made a little video of him and what it's been like at home with him. So let's take a look.
I wanted a cat because I wanted a new friend.
And that's how it started. Felix was a delight from the first day he came home with us. He loves to play and gets a kick out of surprising objects. Anything from tissues, a pair of old broken glasses, and a simple receipt. can enthrall him. He's even tried his paw at playing the keyboard. Now, does he cause any trouble? Not much, except that he seems to have an insatiable appetite. Felix is almost always after our food. Seriously, it doesn't matter what we eat. He wants some. You know what else Felix likes to do? Purr. He started purring the first day we got him. We think it means he's content, and that makes us happy. There's something especially soothing about a cat's purr. Experts say it promotes healing and pain relief. It helps balance our emotions, lower our blood pressure, and relieve stress. Everyone in our family loves Felix.
He's really friendly and very cuddly.
It's no wonder he's often the first one my husband Jeff goes to after work. He's a happy new father all over again. Felix has been a magical, soft bundle of joy ever since he came to our home.
So why do pets make us so happy? Well, there's some science behind it, and that's the subject of today's Taiwan Explained.
In today's Taiwan Explained, we're going to tell you why pets make us happy. And here to tell us all about it is Catherine Wei. Hey, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
Hi. Yes, pets are the new life companion. Some say they're easier to take care of than children, and they're actually good for us. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control says that there are a lot of health benefits to having pets, such as decreased blood pressure and lower triglyceride and cholesterol levels. Interaction with our pets also helps relieve stress, anxiety, and depression. Pet owners are also less lonely and more physically active.
So basically, our pets make us healthier and happier, right? Now, I've heard people talking about how maybe pets are replacing children. Is that true?
It may seem like it. People in Taiwan are marrying later now, and the birth rate is very low. It hit a new low last year. The World Population Review actually cites only 1.2 children born to each Taiwanese woman.
Wow.
So I actually have some friends, some female friends who are in their 30s and 40s who don't want to marry, but they love their little dogs to death. So I think for some people, of course not everyone, they are the new children. I mean, they can be like a child, very lovable and very loyal, and
I think
easier than a child to
there's
take care of.
nothing wrong with that either, too, right? If you prefer to have a pet than a child, go for it, right?
Yeah.
But I think that maybe the concern is that people are blaming pets like cats and dogs as being the reason why people are having fewer children. But I think there are probably other reasons, yeah.
Can't blame pets for
Yeah.
that. No, it's not their fault. They're just too cute, but you can't blame them.
No, whatever life situation you're in, if they make you happy, go for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's great to know how pets are good for us and how they make us happy, and that is our Taiwan Explained for the week.
If you're hoping for a brain game about cats, then you'd be barking up the wrong tree. This one's about dogs.
I like that.
Sorry, guys, is that a little bit rough?
Keep them coming, man. I'm loving this.
I promise I will stop. Today's brain game is a 3 picks. That means I'm going to show you 3 pictures and ask you questions about them. So Leslie and Natalie, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's have a look at our first pick. All right, so these are the remains of what is thought to be Taiwan's oldest pet dog. They actually found 4 full skeletons like this one at a site in southern Taiwan. They were buried with clay urns, sort of like a human burial. So my question for you is, how old is Taiwan's oldest pet dog? Natalie?
500?
500?
6,000 years
longer.
old.
Hit the buzzer first.
6,000 years old.
It's funny, if you mix your 2 answers, we come up with the correct answer.
Right in the middle?
The correct answer is actually 5,000 years old. So you
Wow.
just short a 0 there. All right, let's have a look at our next picture.
Oh.
Okay, so this is the new temple of the 18 Lords, located on the northeast coast of Taiwan. Now, legend has it that it was built in honor of 17 fishermen whose boat capsized in the Taiwan Strait during the Qing dynasty. Now, their dog is said to be the only survivor from that accident. My question for you is, who is buried at the temple?
Who is buried at the temple?
Leslie.
The dog?
Natalie?
I don't know.
Make a guess.
Sailors? The whole crew?
The whole crew? Okay, so mix your answers up, add them together, and you have the answer. It's actually, because it's the temple of the 18 lords, so it's the 17 sailors plus the dog, but the dog survived. So what happened? Well, basically what happened is when they were burying the sailors, the dog jumped into the grave and he refused to leave. So they buried him along with the sailors.
No!
Yeah. So he, of course, is revered for his loyalty. That's why they have that huge statue of the dog next to the temple.
What a story.
Yeah, what a story. All right, let's have a look at our final picture today. Okay, so this is a native Taiwanese dog. It's a Taiwan Dog, or a Formosan mountain dog. They are loyal, affectionate, and great hunters and guard dogs. Now, one of their traits is that they're very good at jumping. The question is, what does jumping help them do? Leslie.
Being the goodest boy on the planet.
Well, that's an automatic yes. But beyond that?
Exercise?
Exercise? No, I'm afraid not. This actually helps them hunt. It helps them hunt for their prey, especially when they're going after something small like a rat. You can just picture the dog jumping up and pouncing on the prey. So those are beautiful Taiwanese dogs that we have here. I think you've both seen them
Hence
before.
being the goodest boy.
Yeah,
Love it.
and you can always identify them by the pointy ears that they have. So that's our brain game for today. While we are on the subject of dogs, we turn now to a heartwarming story of some Taiwanese dogs that have been given a new lease on life. About a week ago, my friend Shiro posted pictures on Facebook of these adorable pups called Prince and Happy, two Taiwanese rescue dogs that he volunteered to bring with him on a flight to the US. They were heading to their forever home. Now, Shiro also shared a video of their foster mom here in Taiwan, Zhang Su Qiao, and her husband and daughter checking the dogs onto the flight. Isn't that so cute? You can see her telling them to behave themselves while on board. Now, once he landed in New York, Shiro met with a local volunteer named Eve, and she came to pick up the dogs from the airport. Now, he also shared some videos of the doggies running around in the grass, having finally arrived in the US after more than a year in foster care. They'll spend some time getting used to America and to English before going on to their forever home. Joan from Hopeful Hearts Dog Rescue in North Wilmington, Delaware, is the person who helped orchestrate Prince and Happy's trip to the US. She says there are many more dogs just like them in need of a home, and for her, just being able to help them has been a priceless gift. So a big salute to all the volunteers and of course to those two gorgeous pups. If you'd like some more information, we'll have it for you in the show notes below.
Now, before we get into this week's actual hashtag, I have a little bonus round for you guys today. We planned out hashtag way in advance, about a week before, but yesterday at the 11th hour, something too perfect for this show came in and I just had to share it with you guys. President Tsai of Taiwan loves her pets. She's got 2 cats and 3 dogs. And yesterday, on September 9th, she wished her 3 dogs, Maru, Bella, and Bunny. And might I point out, she's got a dog named after a different animal.
That's so cute.
She wished them a happy dog day. Now, I did a little bit of digging, and Taiwan Dog Day actually goes back to September 9th, 1999. September 9th, which is 9-9, also sounds like gao gao, which is doggy doggy in Taiwanese. Now, the Council of Agriculture first celebrated Taiwan Dog Day to promote the Animal Protection Act in Taiwan. According to Animal Planet Taiwan, the first government agency to celebrate Taiwan Dog Day was the Taipei city government back in 1995. And that's just a little bit of hashtag history for you. And now onto hashtag proper. This week on Hashtag Taiwan, I want to talk to you about the Czech Republic. It's a landlocked country in Central Europe. Now, if you paid attention to news in Taiwan last week, you'll know that the Czech Senate President Milos Vystrčil brought an 89-person delegation to Taiwan during the pandemic at a time when global travel is hugely restricted. Vystrčil is the highest level official to visit Taiwan from the Czech Republic since the country's been called that. The Czech delegation left Taiwan last Friday, but Vystrčil left quite the impression. One of the highlights of his trip was when he gave a speech at Taiwan's legislature, which he did in the Czech language. Mr. Chill had someone interpreting his speech alongside him, but there was one sentence in particular that didn't need any translating at all.
Já jsem Tajvanec. Už Taiwan žen. Přeji vám.
Mr. Chill said, 我是台湾人 in Mandarin Chinese, not Czech. It means I am Taiwanese, and it earned him a 25-second round of applause. I'd show you that footage, but 25 seconds is a long time. People likened Mr. Chill's bold words to JFK's Ich bin ein Berliner speech from 1963. Anyway, what does all of this have to do with the internet? Well, last week, a Czech website, politikunatriku.cz, I know, I butchered that pronunciation, started selling a shirt that said, I am Taiwanese in Czech, and 我是台湾人 in Romanized text. The shirt came in white or black and sold for 220 Czech koruna, which is about $10 US. That website is a local Czech business, but when Taiwanese people caught wind of that shirt, whoo boy! The website was inundated with requests from Taiwan to buy the shirt. So many people asked the business owners to ship to Taiwan that they had to issue the following response. It says, Dear friends from Taiwan, we are very pleased with your interest in our products. We are a small business from the Czech Republic. We got many inquiries from Taiwan, but the transport costs are very high and our payment methods are not ideal for international payments. It says they're trying to figure out a solution, but they appreciate the support. Susanna and Marion from the website sign off on the letter. Susanna and Marion seem very nice, to say the least. I'm sure there would have been a few Taiwanese people willing to pay the exuberant shipping costs. Anyway, the story does have a happy ending. I've never ended hashtag on a sour note, and I'm not about to start now. Politikunatriku told Taiwan's central news agency that they're in talks with a Taiwanese company. Their goal is to print and ship the shirts locally. To invoke the words of another historically significant figure, that's one small step for the global t-shirt industry and one giant leap for Taiwan-Czech relations. Back again with another edition of the Taiwan News Quiz where I'm asking the questions. Natalie and Andrew, are you guys ready?
Sort of.
I
gotta
guess so.
warn you guys, it's a little tough if you haven't been paying attention to the news this week. So
Okay. I
here
know
we
you
go.
like to do that to us.
Oh, all right.
60 seconds on the clock, please. 1. A supplier for Taiwan's mask rationing program was found to have imported masks from China and passed them off as ones from Taiwan. How many fake masks entered circulation?
650,000.
625,000?
3 million.
Oh my gosh, really?
The Kuomintang had its national congress this week. At the congress, Chairman Johnny Chiang said that the party would continue to back what?
The prostrate annual forum?
The 1992 consensus.
Oh.
At the congress, a KMT representative proposed taking a cut of what to raise funds for the party?
Oh, man. Pork imports?
National Palace Museum ticket sales.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
man.
Their
yeah.
justification was that the KMT brought over the artifacts
Yeah.
from China, so they are
Right.
entitled to a cut.
Oh, wow.
Which place opened a new representative office in Taiwan?
Somaliland.
Somaliland, correct. A scandal that hit Taiwan's presidential office resulted in which one of Tsai Ing-wen's aides resigning?
Oh, I forgot his name.
Presidential Office Secretary General?
Spokesperson Ding Yun-gong.
Oh.
Taiwan's monthly minimum wage will increase by 200 new Taiwan dollars next year. What will the minimum wage be?
25,000?
24.
24,000,
Yeah.
correct, Andrew. I'll give that one. And last one, over the weekend, Taiwan hosted a huge music festival at Dajiao Riverside Park, which is right next to RTI. How many people attended that event?
Oh, man.
3,000.
10,000.
25,000
Ooh,
people
yay!
in the
That's
time
nice
of
to
coronavirus.
know.
Amazing.
Nonetheless.
And
Nice to know.
safely.
And
Yeah.
safely.
That's right.
All the pandemic measures were there. They didn't social distance there, but a lot of the DJ sets were brought in virtually, and people had a great time apparently.
Sounds great.
All right.
Love
and
to see it.
That was this week's Taiwan News Quiz.
Finally, we turn to another personal pet story from RTI host John Van Trieste. He was curious if the pandemic had affected adoption trends for rabbits.
And that is because, of course, he has a personal connection
That's
to rabbits.
right.
So he now brings us a look at a rabbit shelter and his own story of what it's like to adopt.
Meet Snowball, a little white rabbit who loves to eat, nap, and listen to classical music. You can also call him by his Chinese name, 小王子, or Little Prince. He's a bit older now, around 7, so even though he has a whole room to himself, he usually prefers to just stay in his bunny pen and stretch out on the ground luxuriously. When the mood does strike, though, he's off exploring. Snowball is one of hundreds of abandoned rabbits that the Taiwan Stray Bunny Protection Association has helped find a new home. In his case, my home. The association rescued him from a park near Taipei, where it seems his previous owner had dumped him. We met a year ago when I went to the association's bunny shelter to do a radio interview. And, well, to make a long story short, he ran over to say hi, I kept coming back to volunteer and see him, and after an adoption process, here we are. It's a busy Sunday at the shelter. There are around 100 stray bunnies living here, and an army of volunteers is packaging grass, changing litter and water, distributing food, washing blankets, and scrubbing every bowl and litter box. One of the senior volunteers, Ms. Wei, is sitting with one of the most affectionate bunnies here, a large white bunny with pink eyes. He's called 小学生, which means elementary school student, because he was found at an elementary school. Like many of the shelter's more furry residents, he's been shaved to keep him cool in Taiwan's hot and sticky summer.
The advantage of rabbits is that they are gentle. When they are calm, they are well behaved. Looking at them is therapeutic. In terms of interaction, they are a lot like cats and dogs. They interact with you a lot. Another point is that they are independent, a lot like cats actually. They're more like cats than dogs.
Most of the bunnies I knew from my volunteer days have since found homes. The shelter does regular Facebook posts and live streams introducing bunnies that are up for adoption. And once a month, the shelter also opens its doors to the public so that people looking for a rabbit can come in, say hello, and see if sparks fly. While some countries have seen an uptick in adoptions during the pandemic, Ms. Wei tells me that the numbers stayed the same in Taiwan because we never went under lockdown. And that's a good thing, she says.
We would like to ask people to think carefully about it. If one day the pandemic has passed and your life has returned to normal, are you prepared for them to be with you for the rest of their life? You can't just adopt one because you are lonely. They live for 10 or more years.
If you can't adopt, the association provides regular live streams. Perhaps similar groups in your area do too, ready for some vicarious viewing. You may even be able to sponsor a bunny, paying for its needs and covering vet bills. If you are truly ready, though, please don't hesitate to adopt. Xiao Wangzi has been with me for almost a year, and I've certainly learned from him. He may be an old bunny already, but I'm glad I'll at least get to be with him through his golden years, living with him in a home full of his favorite music, treats, and comfy spots to just stretch out and lie down in.
That is
cute?
so cute. Now, if you're interested in sponsoring or adopting a rabbit, we'll have a link to the rabbit shelter in the show notes below.
And our final question of the day, who let the dogs out? Leslie.
Roof, roof, roof. Is that not a call and response, what you're looking for?
That works.
I'd say President Tsai did.
Oh, that's a great one. You know who I think let the dogs out?
Who?
It was Felix the cat. Well, thanks so much for joining us for this inside look at Taiwan. Be sure to connect with us on social media.
Yes, leave a comment below. We would love to hear from you. For Taiwan Insider, I am Natalie So.
I'm Leslie Liao.
And I'm Andrew Ryan. See you next week.